Hey guys, what's new? So I go to a high school that has a good amount of clubs and sports. I'm currently in the summer between my freshman and sophomore year, and it's about to end. Anyway, let me tell you, I was the most cliche freshman in the world. I was the freshman who put themselves out there in every single thing possible and was ready to succeed. I was like, wow, this place is so nice, the people are great, and the teachers are amazing! Little did I know the horror that awaited me. Okay, look, my school isn't bad. It's like any other high school. But I compared it to being a magical place where everything was amazing and there was nothing wrong. And yeah, a place like that doesn't exist anywhere. Except for Chick-fil-A. Yeah, it's always a great day at Chick-fil-A. Since I was such an outgoing freshman, I signed up for any and every club possible. Like, oh, that's an empty slot, let me just put my name there. Oh, look at that square below, it just happens to be my name. Oh my gosh, look at all this, yay! One of the clubs that I signed up for was Archery. Now in my school, there are a bunch of kids that want to do archery. I mean, who wouldn't want to be Katniss once a week for 12 weeks? But since there were so many kids, and since my school didn't have enough equipment for all of them, we set up a lottery system. Basically, you signed your name down and the teachers put them all in a big hat and then they would pick like 20 names. And you might be like, dude, just sign your name like 80,000 times. Jeez, it's not that difficult. You're only allowed to sign your name once. That's the limit. So I couldn't do that. By some miracle, I don't know if the sun rained down on me or if God decided to cut me some slack, but I got into the club. Out of all the kids that signed up for this awesome club, I just happened to be selected. Heck yes! Woo! So I honestly was so focused on getting into the club that I didn't really have any idea what the club was about. I mean, I knew that you shot arrows, but that was about it. In my first meeting, the 20 kids that got into the club crammed into a bus, and then we drove off to a separate archery facility. I met a couple people, one being Grace, a sophomore at the time, and Alexa and Isabel, who are both a year younger than me, but I acted a year younger than them. They're chill. I would always annoy Alexa by asking her to play songs. She just gave me a disappointed look. Nah, but they're cool. We got to the place and went into a room where there was this dude waiting for us. Now this guy looked like someone who you didn't want to mess with. He had a beanie, an arm tattoo, and he was just there looking all intimidating. We'll call this guy Oliver. So we just talked about the basics of the club and what to expect. I was like, this is so fun! So, what are we shooting? He's gonna stop talking any minute now. Okay, but no. He just talked the whole hour or so that we were there. I remember I was so salty when my mom picked me up and she just said to be patient. Side tangent, I hate patience. It's just like the old saying, patience is a virtue. Yeah, I don't have it. Most people don't have patience, but I don't have the patience to even think about patience. I'm a very fast person. I mean, what's the point in slowing down? The only time that I slow down is when I don't want to do something, like studying or reading. Oh, I hate reading. Okay, tangent over. So next week we started our second meeting and got to pick our bows. I got a compound camo bow for a right-handed shooter. That doesn't matter. It's a bow. I learned how to attach arrows and stuff, adjust the sight, and that sort of basic stuff. I also learned that I have hyperextended elbows, which is something that I never knew before. So yeah, alright. The one thing, the worst part about this whole club was the eyes. Alright, let me explain. In archery, you can do a number of things with your eyes to make your shot better. Some people close one eye, some people don't close any, some people alternate depending on the shot. But I don't recommend closing both eyes, because then you'll shoot Oliver, and he'll get mad. But my problem with this is, I could never close the right eye. I kept forgetting which eye I was supposed to close. Okay, here. I can actually see better out of my left eye than my right eye distance-wise, and I can see better out of my right eye than my left eye reading-wise. So my left eye is good at seeing things at a far distance, and my right eye is good at reading things. So I naturally wanted to close my right eye so I can see out of my left eye for something in the distance. But apparently, no. The right eye to close when shooting a right-handed bow is your left eye, so they said that it wasn't right, and I would say it isn't the right, so I should open my left, and they said no, and everyone was confused. Jeez. Alright, now that it's all over, if you're a right-handed shot, you're supposed to close your left eye. I think. I'm still not entirely sure. I mean, it's been like a year since I've done it, and I would still get confused at every meeting that we had. I'm like 96.875% sure that I'm supposed to close my left eye. So when I closed the wrong eye and I shot, I would be able to tell that I closed the wrong eye based on where I shot my arrow. But sometimes I would be too dumb to notice that I closed the wrong eye, so then I would adjust my sight, and then I would shoot, and then I have to readjust my sight, and then I have to shoot again. And every time I did it wrong, Oliver just gave me his disappointed look. Why? I don't know why I had such a struggle with this. I couldn't. I don't know. Toward the end of the club, I still couldn't do it. But at the last meeting, there was a competition of who could score the most points, and I came in third. So yeah, I mean, There were only 8 kids in the lower division competition that I was in. But I still won a Snickers, so I was over the moon. Okay, here's some more little fun things that happened. One day I was trying to set up an arrow for a shot, and I hear a weird sound, so I look up, and a girl shot an arrow through the AC tunnel. Everyone was so shocked, they just looked at her, and she was just there. She didn't know what to do, and no one knew what to do. It was bad. Everyone looked at Oliver to see what we would do, and Oliver just was looking at it, and he didn't know what to do, because, what do you do in that situation? And the worst part about this is that our bus was there to take us back, so we just kind of, left him there to deal with it. And the worst part is when we came back, the arrow was still in the freaking tunnel. Oh my goodness. Alright, here's the last thing that I'll mention for now. One day I was shooting my warm-up shots, shots that you shoot when you want to see what the sight is, so you could adjust the sight, and then you could shoot again and see if your new sight works. Yeah. So I shot 2 warm-up shots, and then my third one, and all of my arrows were super close together. I was like Merida, except this time there were 3. So I was Merida squared. No, I was Merida cubed. Also, I should probably mention that the arrows were grouped towards the bullseye, but just up a little bit. It doesn't matter. I was very impressed with my skills of getting all the arrows to be that close together that I took a picture. So here it is. Also, at the end of each session, we got to take our targets home, so here's a couple pictures of those. So that's it. I really hope that I can do archery next year because I loved it a lot. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed hearing me talk about how much I sucked at closing the wrong eye. If you have any topics that you want me to make a video about, then you can suggest them and I'll be happy to take a look. So yeah, that's it. I cannot do outro.